just released. We've got some updated information that just come out. Guys, you are not going to want to miss this video. It is loaded with stimulus check information. Have you been looking for some more updated for stimulus check? Well, you've come to the right video. This video has a ton of information. Let me tell you a little bit about it. Stimulus checks, March 2024. What payments will be made and who is eligible. There are so many types of payments coming for the American population that it can be considered stimulus checks. And even though stimulus checks haven't been really talked about a whole lot, there are still many programs coming for the American government that are taking place on a monthly basis. There's so many, in March, where there's so many payments that will come your way and how you can claim them if you're eligible. We're going to start with the biggest type of checks that they are offering. We're going to dive into some more information along that the federal government and state governments that are making multiple announcements on stimulus checks and getting them out. Hey, what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We've got a ton of information just for you today. We want to make sure we keep you updated. And hey, how's it going on a Wednesday night? It's a little late, I know. And I just want to come on here and give you guys some news. I apologize. We've got delayed a little bit and want to make sure that we let you know exactly what is going on. So we've got the states that are sending out stimulus checks. We've also got a ton of information that you really need to know about. There are 16 states that are sending a child tax credit in 2024. Is it yours? Could you be getting an additional tax credit payment on top of the federal amount? If you're a parent who claims child tax credit each year, you may be eligible for 2 payments this year. The federal government check and money from your state. 16 states this year are sending out additional child tax credit money. In addition, Congress is working on a plan to expand federal child tax credit by increasing the maximum refund amount. And we can definitely talk about those states. Which states are offering this? Arizona, California, Colorado, Idaho, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Jersey, New Mexico, yes, my home state, New York, Oklahoma, Oregon, Utah, Vermont, and Wisconsin. Those are the states. And Denise, good evening. Nancy, Kathy, Shannon, Marlene, how you doing, my friends? Dexter, Joshua, the Bucks fan, Logan, what's up? There are so many checks that are going out with March being here already. It is March the 13th. For the month of March, the Biden administration will provide a $2,400 checks to U.S. seniors. Guys, this information is in the link down below. Let's go check it out. This is the video you're not going to want to miss. We've got some bonus information for you as well. We've got so many tuning in. We want to update you on all this information. You don't want to miss out. But before we dive into the information, make sure to jump in and like and subscribe for your chance to win $100. And if you join our membership like so many have, for $2.99, you'll have a chance to win $200. I came across some information, guys, and I was wanting to get your input. Do you agree? Do you agree that Joe Biden will do better for, let's say, better than Trump on making America better? All right, guys, let us know on that poll. We like to do a poll every episode. And do you agree that Joe Biden, now this is what they're saying. Well, who's they? Let me specify. Joe Biden and the Biden administration are saying that they will do a better job than Donald Trump. And I'm going to leave it up to you guys to let me know how you feel about that. What is all that? I am always getting something on my shirt. Always. I've been blowing my nose, and I think that's where the tissues where I blow my nose so hard. It's ridiculous. But we're going to see how many votes we get in and how many people let us know, because I'm kind of curious on what you guys say. So let's get back to the news that matters the most. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. So for the month of March, we're already in March 13th to be exact. The Biden administration will provide $2,400 checks to U.S. seniors. This amount is expected to come in effect in March, which it's March. Those citizens who want to get all the details for this will need to navigate to the main IRS portal, tap into the Get My Payment section, and complete the protocol in order to get more details. As far as the amount goes, it will be according to the 6% increase in the monetary benefits. The aid that will come from the government is based on the rise of inflation and the consumer price index. So the amount is really going to be based off the 6% increase in the monetary benefits. The aid that will come from the government is based on the rise of inflation and the consumer price index. Now, inflation, of course, is a lot higher than what it's supposed to be. Has it come down a little bit? Sure, I'll give them that. But it hasn't really gotten back to normal. And, I'm going to be honest, what is normal? What is normal? It feels like we've been in this situation for so long, and it's time that we get a change. So let's dive deeper into economic impact payments, otherwise known as the fourth stimulus check. This money is coming from the IRS under the American Rescue Plan, but the payments are on their stop after their third installment. However, the fourth check, this is the thing. You hear about stimulus checks, you don't hear about stimulus checks. You hear about it, you don't. You hear about it, you don't. One moment it's on the table, the next moment, well, we're still considering it. But the fourth stimulus check was suddenly born due to this inflation and economic crisis. Although the IRS hasn't released really anything just yet, we can confirm that over 600,000 people are still getting checks, the $1,400 payment, and they can claim their money at any time that they want. That's what the IRS is saying. For those of you guys that are just tuning in, welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. For the month of March, the Biden administration will provide $2,400 checks to U.S. seniors. Now, granted, we understand based off the annual revenue from every individual. They said back in the day, 75,000, you were golden, you fit that good spot, you were eligible. But guys, times have changed. 75,000 isn't what it used to be. So for those that make less, they're in a deeper place of actually not being able to keep up with daily cost of living. Now, for example, we all know that from 2020 to 2024, interest rates through the roof, food through the roof, gas through the roof. But that doesn't mean that your boss came to you and said, hey, I'm going to give you a $15 raise or a $10 raise or a $5 raise. Some of you got it, some of you haven't. But many of you live on a fixed income. So they give you this consumer price index, tell you that, hey, this is where we're at, and this is what's going to keep you the same level of what foods cost, what things cost. Yet again, it's so unfair to seniors that I'm glad that the Biden administration will provide $2,400 checks to U.S. seniors. Now, that's amazing. $2,400. Some people might say, I want it in one lump sum. Some might say, I want $200 a month. Let me know, guys, in the comments. Which one would you like? $200 a month or one lump sum? Some of you might be saying, I don't care how it comes. I just need it. This amount is expected to come in effect, and those citizens who will who want to get all the details, again, you need to navigate to the IRS portal under the Get My Payment section. Those are for you guys that are just tuning in. You want to know what's going on. You just been caught up to speed. Now, stimulus checks, that's a very big thing when it comes to, having our economy in a position that it's in. But again, the whole reason all of this is happening, and you might be wondering, John, what's all the talk about? Why do I keep seeing things about stimulus checks? I won't believe it till it hits my bank account. That's what you guys are saying. And all I'm saying is this: based off the information provided, these guys are out there. They're seeing our economy. Sometimes it's up, like the stock market. One day you're good, one day you're not. One day you made a lot of money, the next day you lost it all. And it's almost doing this number. And so with financial provisions, aid, stimulus, economic payments, they know that one thing that Americans need now more than ever is to help cope with inflation, the cost of living. They know you're not making enough, especially on a fixed income. Come on now. But this whole thing is happening because the United States federal government is trying to make your life a little bit easier, that you don't have to deal with having to figure out, do I pay my gas or do I put food on the table? Do I pay my light bill or do I have to stay home because I can't put gas in my car? And again, this is never a position anybody wants to be in. But this surplus that they've been given is what's been given back to the American people. I don't believe that it's truly fair, the amount, because remember, for the state of Arizona, they're saying that they only want to allow to give so many people a stimulus check. Well, that doesn't make sense, because in that state, with as many people as there is, you can literally give everybody a $1,200 check and only spend about $3 billion. But they surplus almost 18. So they still got $15 billion left in a stash somewhere. So why not help people out and make sure that your state citizens are happy and content and know that they're being taken care of? Guys, let me know down in the comments below. Alabama, Arizona, Virginia have all teamed up to definitely make sure that they let their citizens know that, hey, we're going to give stimulus checks out. We want to help our citizens. It's time for things to change, and we need to help our seniors get the help financially that they need. So out of 83 votes, no, people don't agree with Joe Biden that he's going to make it better. In fact, I've heard that we cannot continue in the same direction and the same whole setup that we've been doing. You know why? Because it's making it harder and more difficult for the American people. Now, of course, we got to live, we got to buy food, we got to eat, we got to put gas, we got to go to work. Some of you guys don't want to, but have to. And to make things unfair, why deal with the high cost of living? So I think there's definitely room for improvement. I don't think it's within the Biden administration. I'm sorry, but I'm not saying it's within the Trump administration. I'm saying we need the best person for the job, guys. So back to stimulus check information for some bonus news. You guys have hung around until the end, and we want to make sure that we update you with some bonus news, things that are going on. There's a lot of things going on, guys. There's a lot of, we're up at this hour. What's going on with us? Why ain't we asleep? We got too much stuff to do. So, one of the biggest questions is, when will seniors get stimulus checks? That's been a big ordeal. And, again, so many people have been waiting, and, when are you going to receive it? So the information that I found, and I've really done a lot of research, tells us that what they project, and this is bonus news for some of you guys that maybe haven't watched any of my other videos, that they're really believing that they've said it, they've got it here. What they truly believe is that March 21st is going to be the date. March 21st is going to be the date that several get the help that they need. And again, there's a lot of living costs, and there's a lot of people that are on a fixed income, disabled, that really need an increase. And the cost of living index, it needs to be a lot higher. But when you look at states like Arizona, California, Colorado, Idaho, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oklahoma, Oregon, Utah, Vermont, Wisconsin, some of these child tax credits, guys, that are being sent out are extremely high. So why not help our senior citizens with getting some credit to help a senior citizen, an elderly, make sure that they're taken care of? Because again, guys, remember, you guys need money just like everybody else does. Students, families, even those that, what's crazy is they say, if you make 100,000, you're literally living paycheck to paycheck, which blows my mind, because it's like, okay, then what's the number that you need to live comfortably? Well, it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. But we have several of you guys just tuning in, and to catch you up for the month of March, which are already March 13th, the Biden administration will provide $2,400 stimulus checks to U.S. seniors. And some of you are probably saying, it's about dang time, right? The amount is expected to come in starting in March. Those citizens who want to get all the details, go to the IRS portal, go to get my payment. The aid that will come from the government is based on the rise of inflation and consumer price index. The fourth stimulus check is coming from the IRS, and it's definitely money that needs to go out to the American people. And while we don't talk about it a lot, you don't hear it in the news, you don't hear it just being talked about and just blue. It's like, okay, we know we need to help our American people, so why not send them another stimulus check? And I couldn't agree more. Definitely, the IRS stimulus checks that are going to be releasing to citizens, it's just, federal government, state government that have made multiple announcements, and they've contributed, and they really want to aid with these stimulus checks based off the surplus that they have received. Now, again, when it comes to disabled, disability payments, the Social Security Disability Insurance Program, SSI, SSDI, 67 million beneficiaries nationwide, accounting for all 12.6 of all Social Security recipients, supported by the SSA. The program, which includes the SSDI and SSI, pays monthly benefits to disabled workers who worked long enough to meet the disabled eligibility requirements. Now, this is never a good thing when you're having to struggle with trying to make sure you have enough for the week, enough for the month, and trying to stretch that paycheck just a little bit longer. Checks, let's see, how households that earn low to moderate income can apply for the scheme. Folks to single-handedly average, they're going to be trying to get you these checks. Average, you're looking around $1,400, $2,400 a month. And again, guys, so many people have been waiting for updated information. When is Joe Biden going to come out and say it's time for fourth stimulus checks? When is he going to say enough's enough? I'm not doing good in the polls. Let's get the American people taken care of. Let's get them a $2,400 stimulus check. And I know that people would say, I vote Joe Biden because of the stimulus check. And can you really blame them? Because when you're at a point of desperation and you're trying to figure out, how do I catch up? I had a flat tire. I had to pay utilities. The bill went up higher, threw your budget off whack. $2,400 extra dollars can make a huge difference. This leads us to our poll. Do you agree that Joe Biden will do better than Trump on making America better? Excuse me, guys. You know, based off 125 votes, 62% of you guys said yes, he will do a lot. He won't do better than Donald Trump. That's just it. It just won't happen. So we're going to go over the states again. 16 states, guys. You want to make sure you're tuning in. Here we go. Beginning with number 1, Arizona, California, Colorado, Idaho, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oklahoma, Oregon, Utah, Vermont, and Wisconsin. And we're going to keep you updated as the list grows and more states decide to send out these payments. We'll keep track of this for you guys to make sure you're fully aware of what's going on. And last but not least, the last update from Joe Biden and the Biden administration. For the month of March, the Biden administration will provide $2,400 checks to U.S. seniors. The amount is expected to come in effect starting in March. Those citizens who want to get all the details, again, IRS portal under Get My Payment, and this is based off the rise of inflation and consumer price index. Again, 16 states that have solely decided we've got to give back to the American people. Now, there's 50 states. Direct deposit is vital because you want to make sure you get that money as soon as possible. We've read news about the end of March. So stay tuned, guys. We'll keep you updated on what's going on. We'll make sure that you understand and are up to date on all this information. Again, we will let you know exactly what's going on. Would you like to win $100? If you would, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for your chance to win. Cat Towns. All we need is Trump. All we need is Trump, right? Guys, you've been a great audience. Stay tuned for more videos to come. I will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful night.